So I'm just gonna go in with my fingertip. Oh my. Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Today, I'm really excited because I'm gonna be actually reviewing a new eyeshadow palette from Too Faced. This is the Italian Spritz palette. I just barely got this sent in PR, and when I saw this little card that came with it, I was like, wait, it's a colorful palette from Too Faced. I feel like they're usually super good at doing more neutral palettes, which I've really enjoyed some of their recent palettes, you guys know, but I wanted to give this one a go. So this is inspired by Lake Como, Italy. It's supposed to be kind of like a summery palette, and it's in one of their little tins. So it's been a while since they've launched a palette in a packaging like this. I think it's so cute. Look how fun the colors are, very pastel, and it smells so good. Okay, so look at the inside. How fun is this? You still get some neutrals, but you also have some really fun pops of color, almost like a rainbow, because it's not just like one pop of color, which I feel like they do in their other palettes. There's like a lot of neutrals and then like one bright blue. This, you have quite a few different options. So I'm really excited to play around with it. So I've already done my brows. I'm gonna go in with my Nars eyeshadow primer. I really need to pick up another one of these. It's on its last life here. Okay, I'm just gonna blend that out with my finger. I should also mention that this palette is available on Too Faced website and also at Ulta. I think it's like an Ulta exclusive, at least right now. It retails for $54, which is expensive. So I'm really hoping that these colors are really high quality. I really like how it smells. You know, I really do like a fragrance in the Too Faced eyeshadow palettes. I normally am not a fragrance gal when it comes to makeup, especially base makeup, but I, for some reason, really love the nostalgia behind the scents in the Too Faced palettes. All right, first we're gonna dip into Holy Cannoli, which feels like a really good transition shade. It's kind of peachy. We're gonna start with this as I think about what exactly I want to do. I mean, I obviously want to go colorful with this, and the ethereal part of me, of course, wants to dip into this purple right here, but I'm probably gonna try to venture out a little bit just to see what else I can create with this palette, because I know I could make an incredible pink and purple look. That's my comfort zone, but let's see what else we can create. I'm feeling something maybe blue. I'm actually gonna take the shade right under that, which is called Toasted in Tuscany, and we're gonna kind of start defining the outer portion of the lid with this. Okay, I'm trying to decide. Do we go with Lake and Bake? Maybe I'll swatch them. Ooh, this is a really, really like buttery formula. Look at that. Okay, so that's Lake and Bake. But then we have like a greenish one. Well, this has more of a black base in it, called Como After Dark right here. I feel like this one is really fun. So I'm just gonna go in with my fingertip with that gorgeous blue color. Oh wow, it's almost like a cream. Oh my. Okay, I'm just trying to blend this out as best as I can across the lid. It seriously looks foiled. It's so pretty. Let's do the same thing on this eye. I don't feel like I felt a formula quite like this, and I'm assuming this is how all of their shimmers are in this palette, which there's some really pretty colors. See, I'm glad I'm doing the eyes first so that we can really work this into the eye without worrying about the fallout. So I'm just taking a clean brush and I'm starting to feather that up and out. I didn't add any more product to the brush, and I'm just kind of working that blue up into the peach that we first applied. Okay, once I feel like it's blended up, and I actually really like how that blue is blending in with the peachy color in the transition, we're gonna take Mamma Mia, which is a gorgeous burgundy color, and I'm gonna start just kind of buffing that on the outer corner, right into the blue, using this to create more depth on the outer corner of the eye. Okay, maybe I will take this opportunity to use Spritz and Glitz, which is this gorgeous lavender color, and I'm gonna pop this into the inner third so that we have purple on both corners, but they're a little bit different. I don't know, we're just gonna have fun with this palette because it is a fun palette. And I'm kind of making sure to get some of that in like this inner crease here. I just think that looks really pretty. Next, I'm gonna take my pinky and we're gonna go into this light blue called Lake Como. This is what I'm picturing as my inner corner highlight, which is kind of like different, especially since it's going back from blue, purple. So I'm just gonna apply that in the inner corner of the eye. And I'm not really worried about fallout or the edges. I will clean that up later. I'm feeling like kind of going a little bit more warm toned along the lower lash line. So I'm first gonna make sure that this blends really well into the top lid. So I'm just gonna take even more of that Mamma Mia color, which is that deep burgundy color, and just kind of press that onto the outer corner a little bit more so we have a more like prominent color. And then from the purple, let's see. what if we went into this gorgeous pink called When in Rome? I feel like that could be pretty. So I'm gonna connect that to the outer edge and then start just bringing that down across the lower lash line. I normally don't do my eyes like this, but since it's like more of a tie-dye situation, I figured it's probably better for me to just kind of play with all the colors and then I can just wipe away the fallout all at once. So I'm also buffing that into the very corner so that it kind of has a seamless gradient into each other. And then, you know, I really am into this kind of mustardy orange called Capri Fun. So I'm going to take that and apply it right in the center of that lower lash line. Of course, blending it into the pink. And then I'm taking Ciao Bellini on the same brush. And I'm just applying this to wherever is left on the lower lash line. Kind of blending it into the blue in the inner corner, into that orange. And then I'm going to take the Holy Cannoli color again and kind of use that to buff the colors together underneath the eye. I'm just taking what's left on the brush that I used with that kind of burgundy color and making sure I've got enough definition on the outer edge. Things are looking really messy right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up kind of the mascara so I can see where I'm at. And I feel like this colorful look needs to be grounded a little bit, so I'm just gonna take a black eyeliner in the upper waterline, and then I'm gonna take a white eyeliner in the lower waterline. This one is from r.e.m. Beauty. And then we need lots of mascara, but before I apply mascara, I'm gonna take my makeup wipe and just gently kind of clean up around that lower lash line. I'm just gonna take my finger and kind of press out that line so that there's nothing harsh. And then I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, and we're really gonna go pretty intense with the lashes today. Okay, let's keep the rest of the makeup really fresh to kind of add that balance. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter and put that all over the skin first. And then I'm thinking, like, what if I skip foundation and just do like a bunch of concealer so that I can kind of pinpoint the coverage and still have it look like skin in certain areas. So I'm gonna start by applying it underneath the eyes, and I'm applying it a lot lower than I normally would because I'm gonna actually take a brush and kind of start dragging the concealer downward first. I'm blending it all over the center of the face too. And then before it's all blended out, I'm actually gonna add a little bit more. I wanna take a brush that's a little smaller and just use that to come up really close to the eye without messing up that eyeshadow that we worked on. And then I'm gonna take my sponge and just press that in. I'm just gonna go in with some cream contour, and I'll have all these products listed down below. I'm taking what's left on the concealer brush and kind of blending this orange up a little bit further. I just feel like it was a little too low for my preference. And then I'm just gonna set the face with some powder. Let's add a little bit of warmth with some powder bronzer. This one is the Jaclyn Cosmetics one. And then let's do a little bit of highlight. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Champagne Glow. I'm just gonna really buff that into the skin. I also feel like I could use a little bit of this tied into the inner corner just to help it transition from the blue to the orange a little bit better. And we'll put what's left of that underneath the brow. Since this is a Too Faced palette, let's use this blush. This is their Blurring Blush in the shade Candy Clouds. It's absolutely heavenly. It's this gorgeous kind of trendy bubblegum pink. I'm just gonna press that on the apples of the cheeks. And since we have plenty going on the eyes, I really want the lips to be somewhat soft. Let's see what we've got here. Let's do a nice light pink. So I'm gonna wipe off any foundation on the lips. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Nude Pink Lip Liner, which just gives that perfect, barely there pink lip. Then I might add a lip oil or a gloss. I have this one right here from Patrick Ta. It's red, but it actually applies a little more pink. Let's try it. Just a little. Yeah, I like that color that it made. I'm just doing a bit of that, mostly in the center of the lips. Okay, I'm just assessing the situation, adding more bronzer, of course, and a smidge more blush, just with what's left on the blush brush. And then I actually wanted to try this from Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Makeup Insurance Setting Spray. I haven't tried it yet, so, ooh, the spritz is nice. It has like a fruity smell to it. So let's go ahead and set the face. Actually smells really nice. And then I'm gonna take my sponge and just press everything down into the skin. I'm just taking what's left on the powder puff and just pressing some more powder into the T-zone. And then I always need brow gel, so I'm going in with my Benefit 24 Hour to set the brows. Okay, this is me being really picky about the eye look, but I'm taking some of that blush actually, going right here. I don't know, I just felt like it needed a little bit of pink before the orange, but the pink in the palette was a little bit too deep, so I just wanted a little touch of the blush to tie it all together. Okay, but that's the finished look. I actually am pretty impressed at the color combination. I feel like I've never done something exactly like this before. This was a really fun palette for me to play with, and this is probably the most out there that I would go with this palette. So I feel like you can make really, really nice everyday or super, you know, wearable glamorous looks with this palette with like some of these gorgeous golden tones or even like these peachy kind of colors. This gold looks so stunning. Like there's some really nice colors in this palette that I didn't dip into that I feel like, you know, I would feel very comfortable using. So these were the colors that were out of my comfort zone in this palette, and I feel like it's something different and fun. Oh, I had an eyelash on my lip, whoops. Anyways, it's something different and fun. And I really liked this texture of eyeshadow in this palette. I feel like this is a new formula for Too Faced. I could be wrong, but if you have this palette or if you're in Ulta, give these a swatch and see what I'm saying, because I personally feel like they're very different than anything that I've personally tried in their other palettes. So yeah, I feel like this is a fun palette. So if you're looking for something that will really inspire you for summer, this is different. I don't feel like I own a color story quite like this, but you can go quite a few directions with this. You could go all blue, all orange, you could go purple and pink, you could go full bronze if you wanted to, because you even have like this nice brown right here that would look really pretty with it. So yeah, out of the colors I tried, I'm actually really impressed. Whether it's worth $55, that's gonna be up to you. I would highly recommend going in person and looking at it, because I feel like in person, there's something really special about it, especially with some of these metallics. Yeah, these are really, really nice. It almost has like a balmy base to it. It's really interesting. I liked it. I mean, I don't think I would go with something this out there personally. That's just not what I do on a daily basis, but I feel like I will get use out of the bronzy tones, and you can make a really pretty smoky eye with these as well. Let me know if you want to see me create more looks with this. If you want to see a more like wearable look from this palette, let me know. I figured I would go all colorful though, because I thought that's what you guys would probably want to see first. But I will say I really like how the look turned out. I think there's something different and fun about it. It's like smoky but colorful. It's making me excited for summer. It's definitely a color story that can take me out of my comfort zone, but there's still comfort shades in there, which is nice. Let me know what you guys think about this color story. Is it something that you're into? Is it something that you're gonna pass on? Eyeshadow palettes are so personal. I feel like you have to really just decide for yourself what's inspiring to you, what colors you're gonna dig into most, what you already have in your collection to make your decision on purchasing an eyeshadow palette, especially when you're splurging on something like this. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this palette? I would love to hear from you guys. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, we want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click on the bell after you subscribe, and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it from me today. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.